Five
Yeah.
takeaways. We're going to talk summer blockbusters today.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun, man. Our top 5 personal summer blockbusters that came out in our lifetime. So I'm 1982. What year were you?
2000. No, 1991.
I would, you, yeah. That gave me a little bit of a, like, I got a little indigestion on that one.
Same.
Like that one went down really hard. So you dick.
You're welcome.
I love it. So, all right. Well, let's go to get to our list. So let's go number. Well, first off, I would like to start off by saying, and it's okay if you have one too, but as we know, Back to the Future is my favorite of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's always going to be number 1. That's always pinned.
Right.
That's, of course, if it fits within the mold, it's my number 1. And that definitely fits in the summer blockbuster mold.
Mm-hmm.
So I am just pinning that as number 1. So my 5 tonight are going for 2 to 6 spots.
Okay.
But I'm going to give my 5 takeaways, but and I will explain why I'm doing it that way as we go on, because I'm going to be sharing stories along the way of why I chose some of these and what they mean to me, and I hope you are as well if you'd like to.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there's one on there that has a really fun little story, and actually led me to message the guy who's part of the story tonight to find out a new answer from him. But let's get started with number 5 for you. What's your number 5?
So my number 5 is going to be Jurassic Park.
Ooh, okay. Why Jurassic Park?
So that's the first sci-fi I really remember seeing in theater. And it's the first time that my dad let me get a large Pepsi. And it was also the last time, because I was begging him, and he was smarter than me and always got me the cute little kids cup. But for once, he was like, "Oh, fine, I'll get you the large." I get the large, and I've spent over half that movie running to the bathroom, pissing my life away. And of course, he gave me hell about it, in a nice, funny way. But yeah, I'll always remember that movie because the parts I saw, I loved, and I got to see it again at home. But I'll always remember running to the bathroom because I remember, you always think you know better than your parents as a kid, and then it's like, no, you're right to never give me a large, and here I am just dying.
Yep.
So
I often there are times I have to take the kids with me to go watch a movie I have to review.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, guys, I can't get up. I was like, if you absolutely need to go, and I was like, do not hide it from me. I will take you. You can go.
Right.
But I was like, but don't just say it because you get bored or something, or you just want to go and like you're gonna go, but not really go, and then wash your hands for 20 minutes. And I was like, we cannot do that. And they're good about it. They're smart kids. So like, if they need to go, it's like if your body feels it and it's like, I have to go potty, say I have to go potty, and they always do, and we go. All right. They don't always do it when we go, though. I will say that they are good. They have good bladder control. We go beforehand, we go after, and they're perfect for them. And we get the right drink sizes. That was my big thing. I was like, I'm not going to take away. I was like, well, sometimes I'm not giving them like their lemonades or whatever. I'm giving them water because it's better for them. But yeah, even that is like, here's your kid's cup.
Yep.
I do not need you running to the bathroom.
No.
So I definitely get that. All right. My number 5 is Captain America, the First Avenger.
Oh.
Now, remember, this is a personal twist to all these, and why it's on my top 5 summer blockbuster list is because I was with Mario Likes Movies when we did that. And I remember they were showing every movie that in the Marvel universe that led up to that. So I think it was Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor. I want to say Thor, and then I think it was Iron Man 2, and then leading up to Captain America, right? So and it was just fun because it was like, all right, that was a big event for us to record videos and put up and and get together for to celebrate. So like going to watch like 5 movies was just a really fun memory. So like it always just sticks with me. And it was part of Mario Likes Movies, which was my first foray or venture into doing this. So
heck yeah.
What's your number 4, sir?
Number 4 is going to be Ocean's 11.
Okay.
That was just kind of one of my first heist movies. And my mom has always been an old time heist movie. So when I saw Ocean's 11, she's like, no, we got to go home and rent the original Ocean's 11 with the Rat Pack. And so it gave me a huge appreciation just for the Rat Pack 1 and then 2 Ocean's 11. So that's one my mom and I always connect with because we saw that 12 and 13 together in theater. So
Well,
that's
I
all
hate
I'm
to
doing.
break it to you, sir, but that is a null and void movie.
Why?
That is not a summer blockbuster.
How is it not? I
It
googled
came
it.
out in December 7th, a day which will live in infamy because of Pearl Harbor, not because of Ocean's 11.
Now you got me questioning half these movies.
Holy shit! I think you did it 60 years apart. Oh man, I did not mean to call you out in such a shitty way. I wasn't trying to be shitty. I was trying to be funny. I'm going to
still gonna
accept
keep
it
it.
because it is a blockbuster movie.
Yes.
It's just inside the blockbuster because it's cold outside because it's December.
My memory was it was sunny. I don't know. Maybe it was a sunny day.
Listen, how many December you live in North Carolina? I'm sure it was like 80 degrees out.
Probably. It was probably like 90 that day. And then we had snow the next day just to melt that night.
You were also 10. You know I'm giving you grace, right?
Yeah.
It's completely fine. There are things that I remembered. Dude, okay, I'll just say it. I'll just say it for the sake of the podcast right now. I know it makes me a bad dad. It's brain fog from COVID. I swear to God. Has to be. I forgot my son's birthday.
Oh no.
And I just couldn't, and like I was trying to do this list and I was thinking about different movies and I was thinking about a movie that came out around the year he was born. But I was like, what year did he? I was like, was this the year? I'm like, no. And I don't want to say out loud what years they were, but I'm like, I can't think of it. So I texted my brother and I texted my brother, hey, what's your daughter's birthday? Don't be mad. I can't remember my son's birthday. And the reason is they were born on the exact same day, 1 year apart.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, as soon as he tells me, I'll know.
Right.
And he goes, you know, month and date. He returns, he goes, month and date. And I'm like, I need the year.
Right.
I was like, don't withhold the year. I was like, and that's what throws me off is because the day is 1 year off from the year, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's like, which way do I go? Like, who was born when and what's going on? So that's why I am, that's where I'm at with that.
That's awesome.
Anyway, God bless COVID. Oh God, don't say that. God bless America.
You just agreed with it and repeated it.
I did. I blindly agreed. I walked into, dude. If that was a vat of chemicals,
right?
I strolled in willingly, like you were showing me pools.
Yeah, you were my Harley Quinn right then. It was beautiful.
Holy crap! Oh my God! I really walked into that. I can't believe you said that, you son of a gun. Don't trick me like this again. That was my whale's vagina. Oh no, not my foot. Fuck you, San Diego moment. No moment.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, this one going off the rails. Anyway, my number 4. Did we do your number 4?
Yes, because that was Ocean's 11.
Yeah, Ocean. What's your December movie? Your December movie.
You spent December in fucking Florida, I guess. I don't know. Something happened.
Oh my God. Paul listens to a Taylor Swift song back to December and just thinks about picnics and shit.
Yep. Oh my God. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna calm down a little. I think my mic just turned down on me because I was laughing so loud. So I'm gonna have to calm it down a little bit. My blood pressure's up. All right. So my number 4 is The Dark Knight. Excellent film. I think we can all agree on that. Very poignant for the time. In fact, I think it's like kind of went down in rating for a lot of people, you know, of course, with so many other, you know, iterations of that character, plus all the other comic book movies that come out. It's like, I guess it might have diminished. And plus, I also think it's a generational thing. I think millennials really love that movie and understood it because we were living through the war in Iraq. And that was very poignant for that. You know, that really like hit home in a big way. And I just don't think that stretches to today's generation as much. You know, where they respect it, but I think it's more respected now. That's a really good movie about Batman. Yeah. But I do see a lot more people argue for Batman Begins over it now because that's more comic booky than The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But it's so weird how it's twisted. But in 2008, man, like that hit home. That was legit. So sorry. The reason I say that, okay. So back then I had a friend, and actually it made me want to reach out to him and ask him the question. We did a bracket. We did a comic book bracket. Now, no, that wasn't for this on YouTube. That wasn't for a podcast. This was 2008. I think 2000. Yeah, I think it came out in 2008. Dark Knight. So, it was really just for fun. We were just geeks with a notebook, walking around, debating each other on the brackets that we lined each other for comic book movies, right? But we made The Dark Knight automatic number 1 at that time. So everything we were arguing was for number 2 spot. It's just a really cool memory. We did a lot of really cool brackets, a lot of really good arguments. So I did reach out to him. I was like, listen, man, waiting a lot of years, I haven't talked to you. I was like, what's your number 1 now? What's your number 1 spot? Is it still The Dark Knight or what you got? Because I really wanted to know. But that's why it's kind of an homage to that as well. That was a very good time. It was a lot of fun doing that and rattling that off. But that's why I did Back to the Future that way. So
makes sense. I like it.
Number 4.
I'm scared for number 3. I'm scared it's not a summer movie. I think it's a summer movie.
Oh my God. What did you pick? Clueless?
Even worse. Nah, even better. I went with The Notebook. I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to tell you right now, if that came out in November, I'm going to throw something
I
at you.
swear to God. It's such a summer movie.
That is not a summer movie.
The whole movie's in summer.
No, it's not.
It's set in summer. Yes, it is.
It is not.
Yes, because it's like the end of summer, and then they're supposed to leave.
All right. I will allow it. June 25th. Very cool. All right.
Thank God.
Dude, do you know who directed that movie?
No.
You ever see The Wraith, the Charlie Sheen movie? Remember the bad guy in that movie that he's going up against?
Yeah.
Who runs the gang? That's Nick Cassavetes. He's the guy who he is that like badass tattooed type of dude, but he's the guy who directed The Notebook.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yep. Oh, dude. We need to talk about that movie again. We need to start doing plot roasts again.
Yeah.
Dude, we should do Madam Web plot. We should do like a live Madam Web plot roast for the Patreon.
That'd be
fun.
We'll
record it and then just throw it up, and then we can do our review afterwards. That'd be fun.
I like that. That would be fun.
All right, we'll figure that out. But what's your number 3?
That was my number 3, The Notebook.
Oh yeah. It's your number 3. Okay, mine's Men in Black.
Nice.
I saw that movie. I saw that movie, no bullshit, like 16 times in the movie theater that summer.
Okay.
Now, in fairness, I worked in the movie theater that summer. So like, I didn't work in the movie theater. I worked in the mall that summer, and we were like right down away from the theater. So like, I'd get out of work and I'd be like, I'll go to see a movie. And I was in high school. I was like, whatever. I'm fucking. It's not like I'm partying.
Right.
At best, I was a simp who made a lot of girls uncomfortable. And I've learned since then that that's not okay. And I teach my sons to be better. So trying to make a better world. That's all. But I do. I realize what like lovelorn, stupid little simp I was on certain areas. So you gotta listen. You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them.
That's
one way of looking at it.
It's true.
That's true. No. Well, Men in Black. So I would go to the theater a lot that summer to go see it because, like, whatever. I dug it. I had a good time, and it was just a really fun movie.
Yeah,
and I kind of got into it, and I love the X-Files. I love that whole conspiracy of Men in Black and the aliens and stuff. I'm not saying like I bought into it, but I was like, if this is real, I was like speaking into the world. I'm like, if you can hear me, I want to sign up.
Right.
It's like, take me in. It's like, I want to be one of you guys. Kind of like how you wanted to run away to the circus, and you did.
Right. I
didn't get to do that with Men in Black or Jurassic Park.
Bog.
But yeah, that's why I just love Men in Black, and I still do. I still think it's a great movie.
It is. I watch it probably on a regular. I rotate through them. Usually it's 1 and 3 I watch the most, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 3 is
that third one. Oh my God. When you realize it, man, I cried like a punk. I really did. I was sitting there and I was like, it makes sense why he's so okay. I love you. Like, wow.
And then you realize the love story is between them.
Yeah.
They are. And it's such a beautiful thing. I did like Men in Black International.
Yeah, that one's
I didn't hate it. I thought it was as fun as the first one. Didn't have the as good a story, and the charisma wasn't there like it was in the first Men in Black. But I did have fun with it. I was like, I was like, if they're not coming back, and I was like, I get it with Tommy Lee Jones and everything. I was like, if they're not coming back, go with this.
Yeah.
Or bring assign Jay there. Now I realized after the slap and everything, it became a lot harder,
Right.
So, whatever. But I did like Men in Black. I like the movies we're talking about tonight, Bad Boys. That's another franchise I wouldn't mind seeing stick around. So, but with that being said, what is your number 2, sir?
My number 2 is Twister.
I
love that first Twister.
Great movie.
And I got the bar set high for this reboot or remake, whatever this next one is, Twisters. I hope it lives. I mean, because you already know I love The Shining, so the fact that they're playing The Shining at a fucking drive-in, which I love as well, and then a tornado just comes through and Jack's coming through that.
Oh my god! And it's still so scary. That scene is one of the scariest scenes. If we ever do a top 100 scariest scenes in a movie,
yes,
I'm sorry, but that's on my list.
Yeah.
I want to do that. Because that scene is so hard.
Yeah.
And just when the thunder starts and you see the width of it and it's right there. Oh my God. Thinking about it is giving me a heart attack. And here's the thing. I'm worried about. I love Twister and I love the ride Twister.
Yes, the ride. I missed that ride.
That was a fun one.
That was the best one.
I really did. We would go through that a lot. I don't know if it was the best one. Men in Black ride was really good. I always have a soft spot for Back to the Future. Jaws is great. Just nostalgia wise, but
they got rid of
it. It was a good one. I know. Because
Jaws is gone, Twister's gone. They still have fucking ET though. I was like, okay, cool. I can be on the bike.
Remember King Kong?
Yes.
I never went because I never went to Florida for that one.
Oh.
But I remember them talking about King Kong, and I was on Earthbrain. But
Earthquake was a lot of fun.
It wasn't Earthquake when I was in it, though.
Oh.
No, actually, my movie brain warp of a mind is getting something wrong. It was Earthquake when I was I remember there was a movie that used the ride, and I recognized it.
Okay.
And they called it something else. So that's where I'm sorry, my wires are crossed tonight, people. I am burnt. I am beach bum burnt. Dude, I really am. So let's just continue on. I don't want to keep continuing on with this, but what's your number 2?
Oh, we're at the number 1 now.
Wait, no, because I didn't say number 2.
So you need to say your number 2.
What was your number 2?
Twister.
That's such a good movie. But I do want to say, I am excited to see the second one because I do like Glenn Powell.
Yes, I do.
Everything he's in. So if he signed on, I really do have a good feeling it's a good script.
Yeah.
So Jurassic Park.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, Jurassic Park is the movie that was the precipice. That was the movie when I saw a dinosaur for the first time, that Brachiosaurus standing over those people. I 1000% with all those other kids in that opening weekend that were there surrounding me. I just saw it and I was like, I want to do this. I want to make movies. That was it. I was lost. It wasn't. I mean, I did start learning a little more about dinosaurs because, listen, I was 11 or 12. I don't give a shit what 11 to 12-year-olds are doing now. You should be learning about fucking dinosaurs, and you should be that's the stuff that kids should be doing. Stop worrying about phones and all that other stuff. You should be worrying about dude, I still watch Darkwing Duck at that age. I don't get kids, whatever. Just be kids as long as you can. So it's our brain warped minds, our stupid fucking old people minds trying to warp these kids. So anyway. Told you conspiracy theories, man. Can't have me talk about Men in Black and then I'm not on this. Paul, you have such a face where you're I just want to go, man. All right. Anyway, Jurassic Park. That's why I love Jurassic Park. What's your number 1?
My number 1 is actually The Sixth Sense for 2 reasons.
Okay.
One, because that's the first movie that ever scared me as a kid. It scared me. Some of those scenes terrified me. I'm not gonna lie. The one where he's sitting in his little fort and that girl comes in there just vomiting.
God, yeah.
I had nightmares about that. That freaked me out for a long time. And then, this is my first time really seeing a twist in a movie and then kind of understanding it and being able to go back and be oh.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think everyone can agree the first time you see The Sixth Sense or, the first time you see it and it's just unreal. Like, and it's sad you can't get that feeling back. Like, if I got Alzheimer's or something, that's a movie you need to play for me every day, so I can be like, holy shit, Bruce Willis was dead.
I'm so glad you ended it on that, because you ended it on a feeling. And I have a tie for number one spot, and both movies are because of feelings that I got in the theater that I feel very fortunate to have been able to feel. All right. And my first number one is The Phantom Menace.
Oh, okay.
Because yes, they put out the re-releases, and to see them on the big screen was monumental in my life. Because I love Star Wars. We used to wear out the tape. I loved it. Watched over and over all of them. So when they came out with the re-releases and I got to see them on the big screen, see the scroll and everything, The Phantom Menace was a new one. The Phantom Menace was one we hadn't seen. It was the continuation of the story of the prequel, but it was the beginning of the story, really. And I don't care what anyone says. If anybody, you can bitch about the Phantom Menace all you want. There's a lot of things I don't like about it, but I hold a special place in my heart for the feeling it gave me for that first watch. And when that scroll hits, and that John Williams horns hit, it brought tears to my eyes. It was beautiful. The theater was packed. It was just a wonderful moment, and it gave me a great feeling. Second to Spider-Man in 2001.
Yeah.
My apologies. No, it was 2002. Sorry, 2002. Sorry, it was like going off, but like the reason it being trust me, the date is pretty important. It was 2002. I just had to make sure because it was 9/11.
Oh,
and the reason I didn't know when in 2002 had come out, but it was this summer, so I want to make sure I didn't pull an Ocean's 11 this time. Because I knew it, because I remember when the trailer came out and it featured the World Trade Center.
That's right.
And they banned it. They took it off. They were like, we're not doing that. Which always irked me, because I was like, why are we hiding from them?
Yeah.
But I realize now as I'm older, I was like, for a lot of people, that was too soon. No, they weren't ready for that. And I get it. So but it always irked me then. I was just like, no, we should be like, we want to show them so we should build them back up, like stuff like that, which in a younger mind, that was not as wise. And this old one that's still not as wise, but has learned. But that time felt really great. It didn't feel like there was red or blue, left or right, Republican or Democrat, or this. It didn't feel pulled apart. Like, there's a lot going on, but it felt like everybody was just like, nah, we had each other's backs. And of course that got all messed up, and it is what it is. And I don't blame human nature. I blame the condition of the world that was being built around us by other people.
Right.
But it tore us apart a lot. But I remember that feeling, and Spider-Man was a great indicator of that feeling. And every time I watch this movie, I still feel like what that charge was like. Devastating, like the loss, the grief, and everything else. But just the fact that America was standing together and all those people were together, and it just didn't there was like something that just felt like we're America, and we're back, and we're gonna fight for what's right. And listen, I'm saying after 20 some odd years, I see where it went, but I'm saying that was the feeling, and this movie added to that. So like, I know I got sentimental about it, but that's why this movie
it was a great movie. It was a great game. I remember when the game came out.
Yes, that was a great game, dude. Oh, so good. And they're still killing them with all those games. All right, good list. Great job, man.
Yeah.